said I got to say something, baby, hand me the mic. I said I got to say something, better hand me the mic. Somebody hand me a mic, cause I got to say something, so just hand me a mic. When I need to say something, better hand me the mic. I said I got to say something, better hand me the mic.
If I said to you, you could look absolutely amazing or feel so. Okay, here's the choice. Let's ask everybody, right? You two, and this is you as well, Southpaw. The choices are: you look the best you could even imagine looking, like a 10-10. You are a 10-10 physically.
I'm there already, but all right.
Okay, but you feel like death warmed up permanently. That's option one. Option two is you feel so amazing that you can't put into words how much you just feel good. But
Fucking hell.
Very ugly.
You always feel
but you look like a complete troll. Where people are literally like offended, like Elephant Man. Do you know what I mean? God bless Elephant Man.
Oh God,
but like
that's
you are
extreme.
You
though,
are
yeah.
that. So pick which one of them two you would like.
Mate, I'll say it straight now. I'd rather feel better. 100 any day of the week, mate.
What,
any,
but look like Elephant Man?
Mate, any day of the week, because you're going to walk into the room and, yeah, you might look like Elephant Man, but you're going to light up that fucking room in the way that beautiful man...
Yeah, but he's
sat in
saying
the
people are
corner.
grotesque by it. How good are you really going to feel when people go past and go, oh, no.
No, because that's the thing. You still feel great.
I feel great. No, mate, you don't need that in your life. Do you know what I mean?
That's not the way I'd say it.
I'm a hung. Mate, you're going to live a very lonely life.
No, you're not.
Just for you. You are, mate.
You're going to attract people by the way you are.
You're gonna.
So you can't. That's not a good comparison. That I don't
like it.
I
Shallow Hal.
don't think
Yeah.
that's a good comparison at all.
What do you mean?
Because you can't just say, "Oh, you look amazing, but you feel shit."
It's a great comparison.
I don't think it's that good of a comparison because you can't.
You look amazing or feel shit, or you feel shit and look great. Like, it's pretty straight down the line.
Well, no, I would rather feel great, man. 100%.
Do you know what I think? I think he's lying. I think he knows this is getting recorded, and he's thinking, I need to come across as a proper nice guy in that.
Take the moral high ground here.
Take the high ground
You
in
can
that.
fuck off in
Got
that.
views in that. Want to come across well in that to the
mate.
viewers.
No, mate, it's not like that. But like, I don't know why you'd want to look good, but then just have no life or soul and feel shit. Like you genuinely all right. So you look like Zac Efron, but you don't talk like Zac Efron. You talk like the most miserable person in the world. Wait, that's who you want to be.
Over Elephant Man, yeah.
Yeah,
But
Elephant Man's the extreme though. Like if we pull that in a little bit,
That's
and
what
like
I
maybe
mean.
not as bad as Elephant Man. Maybe if you just look like
Well, okay.
I don't know.
The comparison you're giving,
relatively ugly.
you're bringing it down a bit because Zac Efron, as much as he is a beautiful specimen of a human, he isn't the best thing that ever walked this earth.
All right.
Right? He's just really nice.
Just quickly, who is that?
Who is that? Who's that person here?
Just quickly.
don't
No, enlighten me. Who's your man crush? We've all got a man crush.
That's an interesting one. Who do I think is the hottest person in the world?
Yeah. And it doesn't have to be
I
based...
do know who.
I would say
I do know.
Your Zac Efrons and that are definitely up there though. Like,
Yeah.
I wouldn't be saying.
No.
I
Like
think
if
Zac
if
Efron-
I woke up in the morning and I looked like him, but I felt like shit, I'd be like,
You're not talking Zac Efron now. You're talking Zac Efron Baywatch. You know what I mean?
yeah. He had that little injury, didn't he? Which
Yeah,
just
he
fucked
did. Fucked his face.
His face a little
But
bit. Bless him.
who's my man
That's
crush?
devastating. That that's fucking horrible. But
It wasn't nice.
yeah.
Yeah, it's Joe Manganiello is the hottest man ever.
Joe
Hang on, then.
Manganiello. Come on,
Yeah.
give us a look at this guy.
You know who this guy is.
I'll probably recognise him when I
Oh,
see
and
him.
you know
but,
why I like him too.
Oh, I do know.
Is this a Magic Mike guy?
Yeah, this is the guy.
Oh shit!
Let's see his physique. Let's have a look at that there. No, I want to see a bit. Look at that. Here we go.
There we go.
I mean,
That's insane.
I'll
isn't
take
it?
that and feel shit. You know, I'll take that and feel shit.
Yeah.
He makes Zach look like a troll. Zac Efron, I mean. No offense, Zach. I know you're listening. But
What did you do to us?
Yeah, was it?
I don't want to be stood next to that guy.
yeah, you don't.
Right. So what we're saying is, you can be Joe and feel like shit because they think because obviously. I was trying to go the extreme, Elephant Man and beautifulest thing, like a god, basically.
Yeah, no,
So what Southpaw's saying is, no, Dan, I'm not playing your game. Fuck that game. We're going to bring it back a bit and just say, relatively good looking and feel relatively bad, or feel relatively good and look relatively bad. I'll still go with look good and feel relatively bad.
Okay, so then let me give you a comparison that's better than for a man? Who's a sub below looking par man? Who we thinking of? Who we
Well,
thinking
Matthew
of?
McConaughey is good looking, but in his own way.
Yeah, but
Do
he's
you know
not
what I
bad
mean?
looking, is he?
No, but he's not Joe.
A subpar looking man who we're talking like we're Bill Baileys of the world.
What's subpar? Exactly. What does that mean?
Relatively ugly.
Oh, below average.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shaun of the Dead
Yeah.
guy.
All right. So you can look like him then. All right. This is perfect.
Is that just sub?
Yeah.
Would you not say that's verging into like the other end of the spectrum? Like a little bit worse than that?
Elephant Man?
I didn't say that. I just said, is that not a little bit worse
Well, it's
than
not
subpar?
him, is it?
Like subpar, I see as like Shaun of the Dead. Hit that guy.
Simon Pegg?
Yeah, that's subpar.
That's subpar.
Yeah, he's a bit further along, God bless his soul. I mean, he's very well off, so I'm sure
I
he's
feel
fine.
like Simon Pegg's had a glow up as he's gotten older. Like,
Yeah, he has.
I didn't say he was. He's just a bit below average.
All right. So what? So you can allow me to look like this guy, but feel top of the world.
Whoa, you're doing the wrong comparison.
Yeah, no, because you wouldn't feel. You'd feel relatively good compared to how ugly he is.
Depends how close to the line we're getting.
Oh,
I was
right,
doing this
okay.
end.
Yeah.
You've brought it to like
This is-
just a little bit either side.
Yeah. This is
No,
where
I
it's
get-
getting blurry.
I get where you go.
Because
yeah,
I would
get where you go.
100% choose to look like Simon Pegg and feel
Me
feel
too.
good.
Yeah,
me too.
alright, yeah,
On
yeah.
that, I'd accept that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But looking like Elephant Man, but feeling top of the world, I don't think I would ever feel top of the world if I knew I looked like Elephant Man. That's the thing.
Yeah.
You get me?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if your face is just hanging off your fucking bones or whatever, there's no way I'll wake up in the morning just think, fucking party! Let's go!
Yeah.
Best day ever! And your skin flaps are just wiggling around everywhere.
No, like, listen, I know it's a very shallow thing to say, and we both know that Southpaw is completely making up what he's just said. But it's nice that that he's bothered. I like that.
Yeah.
Southpaw's leaving us now.
I'm a vain little bastard. I'd rather look good. Although I do believe if you look good, you feel good. Like I think that they play into each other very well.
Yeah.
Very well.
So, yeah, I suppose this comparison is sort of flawed because,
I guess so.
yeah, because if you look like Elephant Man, how are you going to feel good? I'm guessing for the purpose of this experiment.
I'm sure if Elephant Man was going to come on the show, he'd say, "Oh, I feel great all the time. I have a wonderful life.
Yeah.
Wake up, eat me Kellogg's. play
That's
some
the thing,
games,
though. Like, I do get the whole point of
Creamy flaps.
looking great. I like to keep. Honestly, I think looking great is if you can do it, brilliant. I'm all for it. But if you can feel great, you're gonna light up a room, mate. You're gonna go into that room. You're gonna be the source of energy. If you feel like shit, I don't see what's advantageous about that. Even though you look great, yeah, you can have a mint wank on a night and think, "Fucking hell, my abs are mint," but that's about it.
Yeah. Believe me, I've lived that life. You can't get it up. Believe me. If you're in that good a shape, it doesn't work. You've got
Yeah,
no
well, that's
libido.
it. Yeah, even when you get to this, I don't know,
whether
whatever he is,
you're ripped
God.
or you're fat. Like wanks are the same, I think.
Can I be honest? In that respect, in that world, like libido-wise, the times I've been a little bit chunkier, I've had more libido than when I was completely shredded.
Yeah,
Completely
no-
shredded, you're just dead. You're dead on your feet. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Joe looks the part there, but like he hasn't had a twitch in months. Do you know
Terrible
what I mean?
shag. Yeah.
Yeah, that's,
Yeah, literally. He's just dead because every bit he is just broken. He just look good on a picture.
Well, that.
You're
what's-
better off carrying a pound of timber. Do you know what I mean?
Well, look, to be in the shape that he was in that other photo, though, like you'd have to pound the gym like all day, every day, like
Yeah.
all the time. Like it would take over your entire life. So when it came down to doing business time, like you just gonna be like, I can't be fucking honest.
Yeah.
Fuck that, clean up.
What's the science behind that, Daniel?
That's a team of people. So that isn't just going to the gym. That's more than that.
Yeah.
So he'll have everything. He'll have 2 different types of trainers, I imagine.
Yeah.
Like one will be strength and conditioning, one will be something else, I'm guessing. He'll have a nutritionist.
Probably a chef.
Yeah, a chef making it. Yeah, because that to get there, I mean, obviously he was never in bad shape to start with, but that isn't how he naturally sits. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's been months.
You do that for a role, like if you're going to be an Avenger or some shit.
Yeah,
And then it goes after a week or two because
Yeah,
just
that's
kind
months. That would be a pretty miserable existence to live like that. That's doing it for a purpose. Same as the Wolverine thing. I don't know if you ever heard anything like with him online. What's the guy's name?
Hugh Jackman.
Hugh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like he got himself in some pretty special shape
Yeah.
for them roles. But I think he has said that like it's pretty torturous existence.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
It's just not very nice, you know.
Especially these days. Like, how old is he now? He's
50s.
50s, going on 60 maybe.
Yeah,
Like
Yeah.
Yeah, if you watch that latest Deadpool Wolverine film, like, fuck me, like, it's insane the shape that he got himself into.
And the thing I heard about, it was that Instagram picture there that he was talking about when he was in front of the mirror. And he was saying that like it was, don't butcher me. I'm probably butchering the amount, but like this, he said it was like 7 people that took to do that. Like,
It says it took a team of 8 people to get him into superhero shape.
Yeah, 8 people.
Jesus, man.
So you'll have all sorts going on there. Like that's like you say,
That's
chef,
mad.
2 trainers. I can't think.
Like your whole life will just be regimented. Like there's no version of that where you go home at 6 o'clock and you sit in front of the couch and watch fucking Bake Off. You know, like you're just like
that's a 12. Or, again, it depends on your starting point too. So like he's obviously in like decent shape. He's healthy before he starts, but that's 4 to 6 months of just every day.
Yeah,
every day. Not every macro. That's the new fashionable thing, isn't it? Macro. Yeah. Every bit of food accounted for, all weighed. A slow build up, rest, recruit, because obviously he's old too, so he can't just go hard for 7 days a week. He'll just break. Yeah. So his rest is as important as the thing. Yeah, it's. I know we seem to always talk about fitness on here, but I don't know how we ended up down this route.
Well, no, one thing I do want to sort of get into the science of that you probably know more than I do about. What is that science behind the whole libido thing? Like, obviously, when you've got less fat, is that less testosterone, which then means you're not as give me some.
I don't know the science.
You don't?
No, but I do know it to be a fact. That, I mean, we had
Michael
Purdy in here the other day, and he's gone a lot more extreme than most people. He went down to some kind of competition thing where he was shredded. I mean, you've seen his face, and he was like gaunt. He was literally like shredded to death, like zero. Well, it wasn't zero, but it'd be like less than 5% body fat. I don't know the science, but yeah, apparently it butchers your testosterone, butchers your libido, because you're just depleted.
Just a big chemical imbalance, basically.
Yeah, because you are basically just imbalancing yourself, yeah. Again, I've never done anything that Mike's done, but I have got myself down to, I'm a bit of an obsessive person, and I did, for a time, get quite lean, probably more lean than most, and yeah, you just feel...
Here we go,
you
Daniel.
Don't feel like that at all. You don't have any libido. What is this?
Yes. Very low body fat levels can reduce libido. Huh.
Extreme calorie restriction can impact the production of reproductive hormones, such as testosterone and estrogen, which can lead to decreased libido. Lower body fat levels can reduce the amount of testosterone. It's all the same thing, right?
Pretty much. Yeah, and when you're focusing a lot of energy on losing weight, you might not have as much energy for other things, including sex, which makes sense.
And if you're a little bit fat, there's more to love. So
yeah, so the Simon Peggs of this world are laughing.
No, you do, like, yes.
Yeah.
Hey, he's had himself in some good shapes as well, to be fair, though.
He has, yeah.
Has he?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I wouldn't say...
Not like your guys.
Not Joe.
Physique. No, nothing like that, but like...
Oh, shit in hell.
Like...
Jesus Christ. Are you joking me?
Fucking saying?
Oh, right, no, he was.
What was this for? I take it back. Seeing them body tattoos? He might be not subpar. He might be above par.
No, mate, he's definitely not
100%
subpar.
look like him and feel a little bit happy.
How old is he? 50s, the same?
Probably about the same as Jackman, I think, somewhere up there.
Hey, if I look like that at 50, I'm taking it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Stop. Hold up. Before we carry on, just a quick word from our sponsor. Do you have a business? Thinking about starting one? Dash, the bespoke web design and branding experts. When you have a business that needs a professional online presence, when your current website is starting to look a little outdated and tired, when you have an idea and want to see it brought to life online, that's where Dash can help. Dash create bespoke websites built around your business and its requirements, from exceptional e-commerce stores to sell your products online, to beautiful brochures showcasing who you are and what you do. The team at Dash will become an extension of your business. You'll be assigned a dedicated team who will help guide and advise from the initial design brief all the way to the website launch. Not only that, Dash provide full aftercare to carry out any changes, alterations or updates quickly and efficiently. It's like having your very own personal web development team 365 days a year. Dash understands that in today's world, the right online image, exposure and representation is the key to success. Book in a free, no obligation consultation with one of their experts today to see how Dash can make your online vision an online reality. Just visit www.dashmedia.co.uk or search Dash Media on Google to find out more. Dash, the bespoke website and branding experts.
Did you
I've
see him?
gotta say though, like even the same with Hugh Jackman, like when you're ripped at that age, like it don't look as good as a young man.
His skin's a bit looser,
think,
innit?
Yeah, I know. I think I prefer like I'd just rather just be dad bodded at that point. You know what I mean? Just a bit.
Oh,
Bit
totally.
round in the middle.
Totally. Listen, I have a dream. I think I've told you before. Like, obviously, like, I've been a gymmer for a while, right? I've spent much of my adult life in a gym. Okay. Well, I have a dream, and I can't wait. Right, and it's when
I know what you're gonna say. As
when
well.
I
have a
reach
dream.
a certain age,
I
right,
have a dream.
yeah, I believe in this. So one day I'm going to let this go, and it's my reward for all the years I've done, right? And I've literally got. I have a. Oh, mate,
It's gonna be like a caterpillar.
You know when
butterfly.
you know when
isn't it?
Dan stops as well, because you've trained for such a long time. It's going to be like a dramatic effect. Within 1 year,
Totally.
Daniel will have completely rearranged himself.
You ever seen the film? You'll know it straight away. Sexy Beast.
I haven't.
Right. Ray Winston, Sexy Beast.
Oh shit! Yeah. You had it on here the other day. Didn't
Swimming
you?
drunks.
Yeah. Yep.
That's the one. That, mate, that's me.
I'm gonna be sat here across from Fat Bastard from the Austin Power.
Basically, like that's. To
You
be
want
fair,
some chicken?
To be fair, I'm not far off that now. That's
Shut up,
pretty much where I'm
mate.
sitting.
Fuck off,
Shut
Dad.
up, Daniel.
That's kind of what I look like. But anyway, this life. I mean, you've seen the film. Like he's got the villa in Spain. Like
Yeah.
he's won the game. You know, he's got a boy cleaning his pool. Like
There you go. Well, that's the answer to your question. Then you would rather look a little bit ugly but be happy as fuck.
yeah,
Come
I mean,
on, just to take it back to that. Yeah, that is the answer to the question.
that's my dream.
What
And it's
what age is this going to kick in then?
mid to late 40s.
What?
Mid to
Really?
late 40s. Yeah,
No
so not
way.
far off. 7 or 8 years.
Oh, you see, I thought you were going to talk like 50s, me.
Do you think you'll know when it's time?
Yes.
So it'll be.
Because once upon a time I could never imagine it, but now it's entered my brain as I can see the finish line. Like it's like I can start to. It's like a weird thing. It like happens like naturally. Like so I think it's as you get older. Like once upon a time I'd always say I don't want kids. I don't want to get married.
Yeah.
But then like your brain changes without a force, and you start thinking, that is kind of what I want.
Yeah.
Like that. I do kind of want that. Like because.
Oh, I'd rather not die alone. Actually.
Yeah, it just changes. You don't have to force the issue, and like I'm looking forward to this. I mean, all the time I'm
I'm
gonna
a little
have,
excited for you, to be honest with
like
you.
no more gyms, like no more protein shakes, no more watching what you eat. Can you imagine?
Imagine
just
that
like,
last time when you've done it at the gym and you're just like, you know what? I'm never coming back here.
and you just literally like walk out the gym and just fling your gym bag down the
Straight to
street.
KFC or the
Yeah.
kebab shop. Like, come on, vamos.
Literally walk around your house with a bin bag, every pair of trainer, every pair of shorts. Fuck it, just fling it out the house. Let's go. Yeah, man, this is life.
No, that sounds exciting, but I am worried for you, mate. I must say.
It's gonna be so good.
I'm going to give you I'm going to give you the reality of this, Daniel.
No.
So what will happen is the first 2 to 3 months will be bliss, and you'll be in a really, really good place because you'll start chubbing up, but you're in that fuck it mentality and you're happy.
And have
So
so
that's-
much extra time.
I'm
as
gonna
well.
buy swimming trunks
No,
as well.
you'll
You know
have
that.
so much extra time. It's going to be great. So
Well into the
the
show.
first 2 or 3 months, I think you're going to thoroughly enjoy.
Nurturing that belly, working on it.
You'll
Yep.
be rubbing it. You'll be
A little bit of baby oil on
moisturising
there,
it.
just ooh.
You might even let some hair grow in it for the
Yeah,
first
mate,
time in
that's-
30
I will,
years.
yeah. I'm gonna.
Potentially.
Oh, he doesn't.
So that's
he does a
what will
little
happen
bit.
for the first 2 or 3 months, and then I think you're going to slowly begin to get in your own head again. And then, unfortunately, and I think this will happen mid-50s. I don't think you'll do it mid-40s. I think you'll do it mid-50s because you'll still care about how you look in mid-40s. But then, because you're mid-50s, you'll have, for maybe 3 or 4 months, you'll have ate like shit. You'll have done whatever you want. You'll have smoked cigarettes. You might even start drinking alcohol again. I don't know what's going to happen. But because you've got yourself into such a bad position within 4 months, I think it's irreversible, the damage that you've done. And then you'll be in a really bad headspace. So I think you need to be careful with how far you take this, mate. Because
Man,
I
you're
think,
so sensible.
no, mate, I think you could be in a
Fuck's
world.
sake.
I think you could be in a world of sadness, me, mate. I think you could be quite easily in a world of sadness, and you think, "Oh fuck, oh no, no."
Yeah, Ray looks really unhappy there.
No,
He looks gutted, doesn't
yeah, he does,
Livid.
mate. But he's all right with that. I don't know whether he'll be all right with that.
Listen, mate, I'm not an idiot. I'm not going to start hitting drugs and drink. Do you know what I mean? No, mate, I'm not going to just all of a sudden live off KFC. I'm not an idiot. That's unhealthy. You're going to die. You get a heart attack. I'm still going to eat all right. I'm just going to stop trying. And naturally, over the course of not months, couple of years, that's where you'll end up. Because actually,
Okay.
that's naturally what your body would look like if you just did fuck all. Like,
Yeah.
if you
I'm
just
heading there.
yeah,
Already starting.
if you just do fuck all, if you just get up, go to work, come home, see your family, go on your holidays, go to restaurants, just live like that normally, that's what you're gonna look like.
So you might be in the gym maybe 1 day a week, Dan.
No, never
No,
again.
you're just going to completely cut it out.
Cold turkey.
I'm gonna walk my dog. That's what I'm gonna be.
Oh,
There it is.
right.
I'll
You're
walk
going
the
to
dog.
get
You know what I mean?
your lab.
Yeah,
your lab
because you
dog,
need
yeah.
to keep your legs going, obviously.
Yeah, I'd be walking the dog. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
Go to Beamish. You know what I mean? Beamish, quite a trek,
Go
isn't
to
it?
Beamish.
Beamish Museum's lovely. Yeah.
It's a proper trek,
Yeah.
though. Have you ever walked on Beamish before?
Yeah.
It's
We-
like
we've got,
literally-
we've got a year pass. We go all the time with the dog. It's the best.
It is the best. My mum does that.
Yeah.
The year pass. It's genius. Isn't it like
I think it's all you can get though. I
Is
don't
it?
think yeah, I think so. You pay one. It's expensive to go in for like I think it's like 40 quid, something like that. But then you can just go all year round. So you pay that once, and then it's fucking yours.
yeah.
Yeah, and the dog gets in free. Great.
So is it like that year pass thing?
Yeah.
It is literally just you're paying an entrance once, but you can use it for 12 months.
Yeah.
How much is that?
It's up there. It's like 40 quid, something like that, 30, 40 quid.
That's good, isn't it?
It's not bad. Not
Right,
bad at
and
all.
if you wanted to, you could go every week.
Yeah,
if you wanted
absolutely,
to.
yeah.
Genius.
I bet there's people that do.
I bet.
Yeah.
I've never done that before. I've been to Beamish, but I've never been more than once. You know, I do love Beamish.
Yeah.
It's great, isn't it?
It's mint. Yeah, great. So
In the
like,
summer.
you can walk, start the circuit. There's a little farm area. Then you get round to like the town bit. Have yourself some fish and chips. Go to the little sweet shop, get some cinder toffee. There's a little pub. You can get a pint and go and sit out in the little grassy courtyard area. Mint.
It is good, like.
And keep walking around.
You've been to Beamish, Southpaw?
I've been to Beamish. I've signed my name on that little plaque within the little...
Everyone in the northeast does that school trip, like, don't they?
Yeah.
Did you do it at school?
No.
No. Oh, all right. Okay.
No,
I don't know. I don't know how old Beamish is. It might not have been around back in your day. I don't know. Oh. that came out a lot harsher than he intended it. But like, I don't know.
Bear in mind, for people who don't know what Beamish is, it's a Victorian place.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We should explain that. Yeah.
Yeah. For you in America who are watching, yeah, it's a walking round type museum. Or is it what's the word for it? A living
A
museum.
living museum. That's what they call it. Yeah.
Yeah, there's trams and shit like that. It's cool, but it is a trek.
Yeah.
It's a trek. Where is it? Chesterley Street. Or Stanley.
Yeah. Well,
Close.
it's in a place called Beamish. Yes, Beamish Stanley.
It's on your doorstep, innit?
Pretty much. Yeah. 20-minute drive from there.
Yeah, I'm a big
It's a
fan.
great day out. It's that whole year pass. Great idea. I've been there a couple of times with the family. They managed to get me in a little Victorian number. Because you can dress up as well, can't you?
Oh yeah. When we do it at the school trip, I think we dressed up and
There you go.
looked
You
like
can
you're one of them
dress
people
up like her.
like a chimney sweep or something like that. Yeah.
What, you really dressed up?
Yeah.
School
Because there's
did
like a
that.
little changing place where they take it. And obviously, I got my little hat on.
Look like a little Peaky Blinder
Yeah,
walking
it
around.
was
don't
great,
you?
mate, walking around.
Like now you've just said that, like, it's just made me think, like, I know obviously you look like a cameraman because you are a cameraman,
Yeah.
right? But if you weren't a cameraman, I can definitely see you as a chimney sweep. You definitely suit
Yeah,
that.
you were definitely one of the kids Mary Poppins would visit and try and
That's
look
what
after.
I just seen, like
Yeah.
one of the Mary Poppins kids. Like, that's
Well, that's
literally
it,
what I
mate.
thought.
You know what I mean? I mean, I once was in a play, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, and I was one of the dwarfs.
Of course you were.
So you can imagine me in that scenario.
Checks out, yeah.
Yeah, no, there's no shocks. Sorry, mate.
Yeah. Anyway.
Size 8 shoe, though.
Moving on.
Yeah.
Size 9 football boots as well.
Oofed.
Thank you very much. But yeah, no, chimney sweep or a jockey was what I have been called throughout my life because I'm fucking small. And it's not that funny.
Oh,
I'm
Louis
fucking-
Dettori.
I'm 5'6.5", you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
leave it out.
Clinging on to that and a half thing.
Yeah, mate.
Yeah.
For a long time, but a jockey was... My granddad really wanted me to be a jockey.
Right, joking aside, why didn't you ever, like, think about it? Because if you just stayed proper skinny,
Yeah.
you probably could have did it.
Yeah,
Right?
no, I definitely could have been a jockey. I'm just terrified of horses.
Good point.
So,
Yeah, I don't go near
Are you not? I mean, if you look at a horse, you're not scared of it.
I used to ride it when I was a kid.
Did you?
Did you?
Yeah. Like, only when we could afford it, we were broke. You get me? But sometimes we'd go to horse riding lessons.
Nice.
You know what I mean? So we'd like, all that shit. Yeah, I loved it. I was infatuated with them.
Really?
Yeah,
That's cool.
loved horses.
I like.
Which is crazy because like my great great granddad got killed by a horse. No shit. I didn't meet him.
One of them like kicked in the head.
Yeah,
kind of
yeah, I
jobs.
never met him.
Yeah, that terrifies me. That.
I've only heard the story.
Wow. Tell me the story. Sorry.
I don't know. Like, I could be butchering it. But it's something about that, like, it was like my great-granddad's dad. Obviously, I never met him. But apparently, there was some story.
Sorry, set the scene. What was he called?
I don't know. It was like 1900 or something. I don't know.
Okay.
Well, no, it can't have been that because my granddad wasn't born until like 1918. So like sometime after 1918, right? But not that long after. Story goes somewhat along the lines of he passed away and some weeks or months previous he got booted in the head by a horse and he never really like
Recovered.
that was the start of the end sort of thing. So who knows? You know,
Yeah.
they lived in the country, you get me?
I mean, what care did they have for him back there? You know what I mean? For like people on going into comas and that.
No, man.
I mean, was comas even a thing in 1980?
Yeah, they were invented, mate, yeah.
Coma's a thing.
No, but like, could you look after somebody in a coma back then? Could you put them on life support? I don't know, mate. I don't know how advanced it was in 1918.
Not very, I guess.
No. I mean, you're laughing, but hang on.
Don't say when were commas invented, mate. They were there forever.
Okay.
They were.
I wasn't going to type that.
You're going to. Are you going down the route of like they might have been called something else back then?
No, I'm not even talking about when were comas invented. That was a very silly suggestion, Daniel. What I was saying was, when did they have the technology to support somebody who's in a coma? You know what I mean? Because you got to think they're just laid there. I understand that's a coma, but you got to feed them somehow.
Like the life support machine.
Yeah, you've got to feed them. You've got to keep them breathing. You've got to make sure they're tucked in and the feet are warm.
Yeah, I don't know, really.
There's actually layers to this shit, and I'm just thinking way above you. But
like, people like who passed away in the Second World War, stuff like that. Like, that was 1939, 1945, right?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there weren't life support then, right?
Well,
There was no electric thing going boop, boop, doing like that. There was none of that.
not in them years.
I don't think so.
I was thinking like First World War, maybe it's not, but Second World War, I would have thought there would
I
be
bet.
something.
Let's have a bet.
But nowhere near what we've got today, I would imagine.
Before you Google anything, Southpaw, let's have a bet, right? When was the life support machine invented? I'm going to say 1961.
I'm going to go earlier, and I'm going to say 35.
Okay, let's go, champ. When was the life support machine invented? Viewers, place your bets. Oh, by the way, yeah, welcome to people like us.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, we never introduced
Yeah.
the show. Yeah.
Yeah, we're back.
Yeah,
Thank
hi.
you for watching, subscribing, all that. But we're in the middle of something. So,
Important stuff here.
So
Yeah.
what was your suggestion? What was your?
1961.
Or 35. Might be
It
split down.
says. Oh,
What were you saying?
2010.
hang on.
My guess might be off,
It's actually way earlier than you think. So
Do we
I've
have
typed
anything?
in when was life support machines invented. Trace back to ancient times.
Yeah, but that's not. It's not like one of them machines that has like bloop.
So let's just say what was your bet? What was your bet, Daniel?
1961. I'm going to Google that.
I said 35.
So Gale and Waters in 1932 used artificial ventilation to prevent pulmonary collapse during thoracic operations.
The thing is,
The
right,
1950s one
it's-
looks interesting though. Armstrong's Flight Research Center created life support systems.
I think that's probably what it is.
That's probably what it is. Isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, because here it's got like early 1800s and things, but like,
And you've got to think life support before these machines was just other humans. That was what life support was.
Yeah. Oh, but in the 1900s, it's saying that there was a mechanical respirator that could seemingly bring dogs back to life. It's like they had like respiratory machines and stuff that
Yeah.
would keep you
but hang on.
alive.
When was electricity invented? Because obviously it's after that, innit? When was electric?
That's in the 1800s,
This
isn't it?
Google's stupid, right? I just said when was electricity invented, and like I've got things like 500 BC. Like, like what are you talking about, man? Like, how do you know?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, it's really difficult to get your
Fucking
sources these days. I mean, I don't know whether...
Right.
I think we find this on a daily basis now, Daniel, on this podcast, where I'm Googling something, which is... I mean, what have I put in there? When was life support machines invented? It's pretty clear what I'm asking.
yeah,
And you can't get an exact answer on anything.
yeah. And the most prominent answer here under when was electricity invented is 6th century BC.
And we're all constantly talking about this misinformation on like TikTok and social medias. It's happening on Google as well.
Here's a little fact for you, though, and something we can be proud of. The first electric light for a house in the UK was in 1878 at Craigside in Northumberland.
No
Just saying,
way.
I don't know what you know what I mean. So the thing in the whole wide world.
That one person just screwing on a bulb is going, hey, fuckers.
Everyone's
Enjoy
sat
your
darkness.
candles and
You're like,
that.
oh my God, someone's been there. Yeah.
That's
No.
mad, that though.
So just think, the first ever light bulb was like, our clique.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Our neck of the woods.
Gang, gang. You know what I mean? Northumberland crew coming at you.
Up the north.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy, that, like.
But do you know what, right? I want to ask you this, Johnny, right?
Oh.
You're somebody I trust, right? We had a guest the other day. I just want to ask your opinion, right? And be honest.
Okay.
Okay. A lovely lady called Marie came in to see us.
Yeah.
Great lady. You probably listened to it, or you will very soon, because
Yeah.
you do the edits.
It's on the edit. It's on my list today, actually. So
Yeah. Now, I don't know word for word, but Southpaw can probably help me out. And I just want to know if you agree with this. She said that I look like an arrogant prick.
No, she did not, Daniel. No, she didn't. No, you literally.
What did she say?
You've taken that. Wow,
What did she say?
What Marie said was right.
arrogant prick.
So no. So Dan reminded her of someone who she'd done a reading of down in London or something, where she was doing a reading. She goes to parties and she does readings. Right. Anyway,
Spells it
this arrogant prick came over and was a knob to her. And she told him that he has a bit of an ego issue.
How was it?
Now, your recollection of these things is just take.
But then what did she say?
Arrogant prick. Nothing,
You remind
nothing,
me of him.
She said nothing long.
What'd she say, Southpaw?
She said that, you remind me. And then what she'd said after was, this guy came over with proper ego, like an ego issue. But she didn't clarify.
So effectively what she said was, you remind me of somebody. This guy I met, he was an arrogant prick.
Yes.
that's effectively
That's exactly what-
That's how
Well, that's what
right.
Dan's taken from it. But actually,
that
she
is
then
actually-
later on went to justify herself because
People backtrack.
Dan, no, she didn't backtrack. She didn't clarify that she meant just by the way he looked. That guy who,
Listen,
I'm interested to watch this episode
the
now.
guy
So,
who looked
was,
like Daniel was an arrogant prick.
Listen.
She was just saying you look like him.
was
Do you
this
know
bit
what,
in
right?
the episode?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what? Don't listen to him today, right? He is. Listen, Southpaw's not here today. This is the patron saint of I do no wrong today.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Just cut his mic
There's
off.
Jesus
right?
over there,
He's just literally like the do-gooder today, isn't he? Do you know what I mean? Come on, Southpaw. Listen, don't listen to what he said.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, she wasn't nasty. She was a lovely lady.
Yeah.
But it just, sometimes, because she was a fast talker, things come out sometimes.
Yeah.
And before you've thought about it, and it was along the lines of, oh, this guy was proper arrogant. You remind me of that. You remind me of him, actually. It was like that. Then, obviously she backtracked, which I appreciate the backtrack, But I knew what the message was, right? So, I just want to,
You want to put me on the spot and be like, do you think I'm an arrogant prick? Is that the question that you're putting to me right now?
Yes.
Right. I think it's a misinterpretation because I'm going to tell you right now, you have a fucking lot of big dick energy, right? Like a lot, doesn't he? Come on, the man just like if you're going to have big dick energy, BDE in the dictionary, picture a Dan next to it. Look at,
Wow.
am I wrong? Am I wrong?
I don't actually want to give him that much.
Can
of
I
a
just be honest?
compliment.
Can I be honest? That is the best compliment
That
I've
is
ever
a really
been given in my
nice
entire
compliment.
life.
But
And
you're
that-
such an arrogant prick that you know that I'm right. You agree? It's like, finally somebody recognises it.
Can I be honest? I aspire to it, but I don't know whether I'm doing it.
Oh yeah, I think it helps you do your job and everything. The way that you can just have that patter with customers and stuff, and with guests who come on the show, you need that.
Right.
It helps you a lot in life.
Right, thank you.
Yes, and it's just confidence. All it is, it's like sheer confidence, and it's in knowing that you work out like fucking nobody's business. You do all this stuff with your fucking injections and whatever. It look great. You wear your tracksuits. It's fucking confidence. It's just full on big dick energy. But some people might misinterpret that as what an arrogant little prick. But actually, he's a little sweetheart.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
But
Wow.
that's what I was. Is this like a nice way of saying, yeah, you're a bit
Yeah,
arrogant? Dan?
I'm just gonna. Yeah. All right. You're an arrogant prick. But you're our arrogant prick. You know what I mean?
That's actually well said.
There it is.
That's how I put it, yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Because from the outside looking in, and I will reiterate Johnny's point, from the outside looking in, if you didn't know you probably could get the wrong impression of you.
I've heard that before.
You probably could, mate.
Yeah.
But actually, when you get to know you, you're not an arrogant prick. You do actually care about a lot of soppy things. He's a bit of a wet wipe at times.
Yeah. Honestly, before we started doing the podcast, like I didn't know you as well as I do now. Like I thought you literally just hated, I thought you full blown hated us. Like I couldn't get a read of him. Like you know, like
That's the Botox.
yeah, I just had no idea. Like I'd have a conversation with him, and sometimes I'd be like, oh yeah, he was all right there, and then sometimes I'll have a conversation with him, and I'd be like, ooh, that was the wrong time to start talking to Daniel. And I was like, I think he fucking hates me. And then he asked us to come and do the show. And I was like, all right, maybe he doesn't like us. Maybe he does like us a little bit.
Yeah, I love you. I think you're great.
So,
that's the thing though. I think until you get to know you, the first impression might be maybe arrogant prick. Maybe that's a bit harsh. Maybe more just like, ooh, don't know about this guy. And then once you get to know him, you're like,
100%. I agree. What do you think you are?
Look, I'll be honest. Obviously, look, I don't care who you are. Every boy would want big dick energy. Obviously, I don't really know. I'm not very good at self-reflection. I'm not very good. I don't know if anybody is. I'm genuinely curious about this. Are you able to like look at yourself from above and think, this is exactly what I am, this is exactly what I'm coming across as, this is what people think of me? Because I, for one, can't.
No. I don't think anyone's good at knowing what other people's perceptions are.
I want to not be bothered, but I am really bothered. And I'm like, I don't want to ask because it makes you look like a dick.
You're stepping into my world now.
Yeah, but I am really curious. I think, and I'm always like, I hope all the time, I hope I'm not coming across as a dick. Like, I hope I'm not. Do you know, I'm constantly in that like panic world. Am I coming across wrong? Like this one guy in the gym last night, like, it just so irritates me. He's a guy that does my car, right? Chris, I'm sure Chris listens to this. Chris runs MB Darlington, Mercedes-Benz Darlington. It's a specialist in Mercedes, blah, 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 blah. Right? Anyway, obviously, like, I like him, right? He does me a lot of favors. He looks after my cars. He looks after my friends' cars. Like,
yeah.
But it was one of them moments where Chris had walked over and he tried to make conversation with me with a big smile on his face, like, hey mate, da-da-da. And I just fucked it. And I was just like, oh, right, yeah. And I just like fucked him off. I just like literally like I didn't want it there and then.
Yeah.
And then as soon as he walked away, I was just like eaten alive by this like, oh no, he's gonna think I'm an asshole. Like, and then like I tried too hard on the way out, and I was like, bye, Chris, across the gym. Do you know, like, and he was like, see you, mate. Do you know, like, I just fucked it. I fucked it, and I just wanted the world. I just want to die. I just want to die now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that happens to me on the regular. Like,
No,
same thing. Like, if I'm like, I've just driven home from work, I pull in on the drive, there's a neighbour walking past to say like, hello, you're right, but I'm like, in my headspace, I'm like, oh, I've just fucking driven for ages, I just want to go get inside, see the dog, get a cup of, I don't really want to stand and talk to this person, so I just go, oh, hey, all right, and then I'm like, fucking walk in the house, and I'm like, I bet they wanted a fucking conversation with us or something, but I've just completely fobbed them off.
Do you ever?
But it's like, you know, it's contextual. It's like I'm not in the conversational mood. If I was in the conversational mood and I was in a good place,
Yeah.
I'd be like, stand and talk for as long as you want.
What does that feel like? Good place.
I know, yeah. Never happens.
I know, yeah. You gotta have a dream, right?
Yeah.
Do you ever do this one? Like, I mean, that is a version of it, I guess. Like, just the one where
you see this neighbour going, basically just saying, fuck off. Just walking in the house.
You know, when you're talking to somebody, but you're already walking in the opposite direction.
Yeah.
Hi, all right, bye. Lovely to see you.
literally, like, I did it again at the same time. I mean, it must have been a bad 10 minutes for me because I just thought on my walk out the gym there, when I left Chris and I did that, and I'm walking down the stairs, literally, like halfway down the stairs, I stopped and was just like, like, and I made like a mental note to myself: next time you see him, don't do that. Like, just be nice. Anyway, I walked out the door, and as you walk out the door, there's a receptionist, right? And there's like, you know that walk, Southpaw. You open the door and you look, and you can see who's sat at the desk or who's behind the counter. And I looked, and somebody I knew was sat behind the desk, and this walk takes about 5 seconds, and I was like, right, you're gonna have an interaction here, Dan. And like, so I'm saying like, be cool, just be nice, be pleasant.
What the fuck?
And so I've talked it up. Like, we're getting closer. I'm like, you know where I'm making eye contact, but like I don't want to be like, you know, staring at him. So I want it to be like like an accidental like sort of thing. Oh, I didn't see you there. So I've done that. And I'm looking up, and then she looks, and because I built it up so much, I was like, "You're right, Claire," you know, and like she was just like, "Yeah." You know, like, oh shit, I said, sorry, Claire. Yeah.
And they're like,
it was
I've
Claire.
overthought this, yeah.
Yeah, and I overthought it. And then I just, yeah. Life's hard, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
life
yeah.
is tough, but then like, all right,
You never experienced this. So
Never.
you're like,
no,
you're like completely different
no,
mindset. of this
I
too.
do experience it but what you have to do is the way I do is I try and rationalize it. So I have them same interactions with Claire. I walk past her, but I'm not on the. I don't have a build up to it. It's just right. I assume everybody's going to be where they are within my world. So if I go to the gym, I assume Claire's going to be to my left as I walk in. And I don't build up to that like, oh, I need to go and say some amazing words to Claire. Claire likes me for who I am. And you have to accept, that's what you have to accept within this world. I know Claire likes me. You know, Claire, if you're listening, I know you like me. Even though we're not like mates or I'd ever go for a drink with her, like I've been pleasant enough to her, she's been pleasant enough to me. That's the rapport that you build with people. So I do reflect on situations though, and I'm like, could I have done something better there? But I don't reflect on it and try and get negative about it because it's happened. What are you going to change now? Like you could literally have that interaction with Chris and you're like, fuck, why did I do that? But actually, like, you can't change that now. So you're literally getting stressed about something that has already happened. You've got to move on to the next one and make sure you get the next one right.
I did, and it didn't.
Yeah.
It got worse. It got worse. I tried. The first one I didn't try enough. Then I tried to over-try on the next one.
Yeah.
So I fucked it both ways.
Yeah, but
Yeah, it's terrible.
I'm
Look, I get it, Southpaw. I've met other people like you in my life, and like for you just float through life like a daisy petal in the wind.
It's not that
you know?
simple. It really is not that simple. And I know.
Floating around.
I know it may look.
Hi.
Everything's great.
I know it may look like
Banter.
that.
Fist pump. How you doing? Two bevies. Let's go. Now, girls.
See, like washing your car in the summertime, and the neighbours will walk past and talk to you, and you'll stand there for half an hour to an hour, like just
easy.
no easy breezy. You know, it's
My
just part
issue
of, like,
is that, and this is like it's
Final,
gonna
like,
sound fucked.
ending convos with like mint quiffs,
Yeah.
like funny lines. It's just bang, bang, beautiful, like slick, like
Yeah.
silky little lines. And the neighbour will walk away. Oh, what a guy that lad is. You know what I mean? Imagine that life.
Mate, that's not the world I live in. It's not the world. It's
definitely
what
not
we
the world.
see.
It's not the world I live in. Like,
No.
100% not.
No.
I honestly, being completely honest, I still have my issues occasionally. I'm like, could I have done that scenario better?
I
I probably could have.
I wish in life, when I'm walking about, right, that anybody that had any interaction with me, whether it be in a supermarket, at work, the gym, whatever. I'm not so bad with family, but like I wish there was a system in life where when we initially meet eyes, that for 2 seconds, time just stops and this sign just comes up and go, he's a retard, remember? Don't blame him. Do you know what I mean? Like whether it's so anybody who speaks just goes, oh, he's a spacker. Do you know what I mean? Like that's what I want people to think, and then it won't be as bad because they understand.
Yeah.
Like, oh, he's trying. Do you know what I mean? But because people don't know, they just think he's a bit fucking weird, isn't he? Like that's what I get. I just get come across as like he's a bit weird, him. Like,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean?
I don't know, man. I really don't know. I don't think you need that. I think you need to, like, I don't know what it is, and I think you both have a little bit of a lacking in the self-confidence issue, and that's fine. But I think the only way you can, I mean, how can you develop that? Like,
Well, what I did, I've took it a step further from Jonny, so I'm probably sat where Jonny is now, but I tried to counteract it. I thought, I'm not settling for this, so I tried to go down the other way, and now I walk around in this constant front, basically this constant fake person who isn't me at all, who walks around in Sergio Tacchini tracksuits and actually hates him. Do you know what I mean? Like, I put Botox in my face. It's all pretend.
Yeah.
It's just a defense mechanism. So I've tried to battle that with this very stern-faced, very ooh fucking hell, I don't know how to take him sort of thing. But do you know what I mean? Like that's and yeah, I think that I thought that was the way to help.
See, I think I've gone the opposite way, and I've just like accepted. I'm like, all right, I'm a socially awkward guy. I've tried X, Y, and Z to not be the socially awkward guy, but I am the socially awkward guy. So let's just fucking embrace it, right? And if I'm having these socially awkward conversations, don't feel bad about it afterwards. Because that's just me being me.
Yeah,
Like,
it's-
if they think I'm an arrogant prick, that's their fault for thinking that. It's not because I don't like them. It's just because I'm socially awkward as fuck, you know? And then it'll get to the point where people are just like, oh, I had a weird interaction with Johnny. And then someone else will go, oh, yeah, but he's socially awkward as fuck. I'm like, yeah.
I've literally, at first, similar thing. You know, you said when you met me, you couldn't read me?
Yeah.
At first, when I met you, I felt a similar thing where, like, I wasn't sure what you thought of me. But as we got to know each other pretty well, I get it. It's a socially awkward thing.
Yeah.
And I am charmed by it now. And I mean that. I am literally, like, I absolutely love talking to you. Sometimes it flows, but sometimes I can feel a bit of the awkwardness sometimes. And I love it because it's part of the charm, because you set mine off as well. Then we both end up with you know what I mean?
Happen here in this setting, I think it's fine.
It's
We're
fine.
normally all right. At work,
Yeah.
there's times when I talk, like, I'm just like, oh, because especially like where you sit and who you sit amongst as
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
that sets it off a hell of a lot more than if it was just me and you having a conversation.
yeah.
But like, yeah,
Yeah.
it's not great. It's not good.
But that is, I've learned that I've grown to proper love that about you. Like, I love your little quirkiness. You know what I think? Like, so the answer to your question was, yes, I do come across like an arrogant prick. That was the answer to your question. But you just said it in a nice way, and you called it big dick energy. It helped my ego, which I do help. Like, thank you. I appreciate that. You know what, you guys, I'm going to do it to you, right? I'm going to do it to you now. Okay? What you come across.
I'm not sure I asked for it, but
No,
okay, let's
but
go.
we're playing a game. You know what I mean? So I'm an arrogant prick, you know, that looks a bit like Jimmy Savile in his younger days. You know, that's kind of what I'm going for. I get it. Okay.
Don't be going for that.
No, but it's
Dan's
kind of.
gonna
If
fix
it happens by accident, that's fine. But
yeah.
don't go for it.
I didn't go for it, but that's kind of what's happened.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like, right, okay, you know,
Still, I'd wake up in the morning dressed like a pedo. It's fine.
yeah, basically, yeah, that's what it looks like. You look like pedo. So.
You don't look like Jimmy Savile.
To be fair, I've heard he has.
Somebody else has told
I've
you
been
that.
told within my world. You know, like that tracksuit he's got on, like the hair.
If this hair goes white and I put some round glasses on,
It's not looking good, mate.
Yeah.
No.
There's like a nursery outside as well.
Oh my god.
Like the location when we filmed this was looking like a nursery, like there.
I just thought, no wonder they all stay inside when I walk past. I've noticed. They all stand in the glass and look.
Door's broken.
Oh, no.
Door's broken. Dan will fix that.
Maybe I should start bringing the tracksuits in a bag.
Get a change when you're
I
here.
think I'll do that going forward. Yeah, I'll just keep my jeans on.
Yeah, fuck. Didn't
Yeah.
think of that.
Oh, fuck. I know, yeah.
Here he is, Jimmy. Kids getting inside.
Look, I don't wear these in normal life, right? It's just for this.
Yeah, it's
That's
just
it.
for here.
I don't wear them in normal life. But you know what you look like?
Hang on, you were going to shower us both with compliments. Please, go
Yeah.
ahead.
Look, and you have to own it, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I'll start off with you, Southpaw.
There we go.
Like, to me, you have a look of someone who steals things. Do you know what I mean?
What?
Like, you look like someone who pinches things. Like,
You're
copper
a
piping,
collector.
like lead off roofs. Like, but you know, it's nice, charming with it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Where you can't be angry with him. Like a cheeky Irish thief. Do you know what I mean?
I'm a quarter Irish.
Yeah, like that. That's what you come across like. Like, you know, like, I didn't steal your copper pipe. You know, that sort of
I
thing.
didn't mean to steal the pipe.
Yeah, I didn't mean to steal a pipe. You know, hey, we're all friends. You know?
Right,
That's what you
so-
come across like a thief.
Like, we know that you've stolen something off us, but we've got no proof, but we still know that you've took it.
And like you, because you're charming.
Yeah.
Like a
Right.
charming
It's
thief.
like, he's just,
I will
he's
take
a
that
klepto.
because
Just let him
I'm
off, you know?
devious enough to get around the world.
Yeah.
And I'm charming enough for people to like it.
Listen, one of the most lovable people in theatre was the Artful Dodger. And he was a
Yeah.
thief. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
You know what?
true.
After and this actually just brief side note. So when I was younger, I did do a little bit of amateur dramatics, and I'll open up the world to this. And for years I hid it, and I was worried about it because it was football. I was always good at football, and I was going for tryouts and stuff. And you would never ever want to play. You wouldn't want to play I played Woodstock in Snoopy at one point. You know what I mean? Like. You just wouldn't want to do that if you were a good footballer at my school. Anyway,
Like
I
High
did.
School Musical.
No,
Like you were torn
not quite
between
that, but it was
basketball
for an
and
amateur dramatics group, which I loved, by the way, and got on really well with all the people there. They were all really confident, outgoing people, shaped the man I am today. I'm honestly really grateful for the time there. However, it wasn't cool, and it was really like weird to do that. And at school, I got tortured for it. But there was a point where, within my acting career, there was a scout in the audience at one point, and he did approach my mother, and he did ask me to come for an audition to tour as the Artful Dodger across the UK in Oliver.
Wow.
So it's weird you've said that about the Artful Dodger, because I turned down the audition because I was too cool for it, and
So-
For Newcastle
I
United.
was going to be a footballer. Yeah,
So what I just said, I compared you to the Artful Dodger, a lovable thief. At first, to the audience, that could come across as an insult, but a professional acting scout clocked him on stage, and I didn't know this before now, and actually wanted him to try out for the Artful Dodger. So I dare say that you want to be listening to my descriptions.
that's
because,
not a bad read. Like,
do you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
John Noir,
Here we go.
you know what you come across like?
A shit Doctor Who.
No. But close. You come across, you're in the right sort of area. You come across as like a poet, like a playwright, but who's between plays.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, because you're not razzle dazzle with it. You're sort of a aspiring playwright. I have a picture of you like sat in a bistro cafe in France, like with fingerless gloves on, like smoking cigarettes. Probably tries opium now and then.
Yeah.
That sort of thing. Writes books, is moody, but like, you know what I mean? Like when he answers a question, goes off on like rambles and like, talks about like, this, that, and the other. Yeah, you come across as the arty type,
Arty
like
farty.
a theatre type. Do you know what I mean? If you said to me, I've written a play,
But between playwrights, so it's like I'm the arty type, but with no substance.
basically, because you wouldn't be sat with me now. Do you know what I mean? If you were, like, that's what I'm saying. Because you sat.
Failed musician. I
Well,
love
not
it.
failed. Failed is someone who's give up.
Yeah.
I don't think you've give up. I think you
Never tried.
No, I think you believe that you are like Oscar Wilde, but you just haven't. But you're here.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But in your head, you're here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you
Yeah.
go about your life as if you are that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
One of them people. You come across as that.
Okay.
Like a playwright.
All talk, no
so
substance.
you've got the Artful Dodger over here.
Yeah.
You've got
Oscar Wilde
Oscar Wilde.
and Jimmy Savile.
What a
An
combination.
arrogant prick. No,
An arrogant
that
prick.
was yours.
We'll go with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Listen.
It's an interesting group, like, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, you wouldn't have put us all in the same room.
No. But there we go. Yeah. That's a bit of that.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's pretty bang on. Yeah.
This whole podcast, I mean, I do love it, and I think we're all in the same boat. We love it. But did you ever expect, what episode is this? It's probably going to be like episode 76. Did you ever expect it to be the level of work that we do have to put into it? I'm not trying to make all the viewers like, oh God, we work hard. We love the podcast, we love what we're doing, but it is a bit of a chew on at points, and it is difficult. Did you anticipate for it to be this time constraint? And I thought initially, turn up, put the cameras on, bish bash bosh, you know what I mean? I didn't expect it for it to be this time consuming. Did you?
I'll let you go
And I
first,
love
Johnny.
and I love it, by the way. That I'm just sort of, I wanted to speak about this point.
Nah, I think it's about what I expected, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah. That doesn't really caught us too much by surprise. It's a fucking big task.
Yeah. I mean, do you know what the truth is? And I am eternally grateful, and I'm sure everybody watching is also eternally grateful. Really, the magic's between you two. I only have to turn up and talk. Like, really, it's you two that do the podcast, not really me. I just say,
Well, no, mate. I mean, there's prepping for guests. There's notes. There's there's like the whole interview side of things is you. So
before we have a guest, I have to sit for a couple of hours and write some questions. So outside of what you see being filmed, it costs me 2 hours a week on top of what we see filming. You're about a day deep in reels, like a whole working day, pretty much, near enough. Plus the running about of guests, the picking ups, the talking to them, the setting up the things, managing. Johnny is editing every single show, no matter what, and sometimes to tight deadlines. So, like, yous are probably best placed to answer that question, because for me, this is what I imagined. I imagined that we were going to do a podcast, and naivete, I didn't think of the other aspects to it, like the editing, the reels. I didn't think of any of that. I just thought, oh, great, we put the camera on, then I sit here and start talking. Sound. Well, it's exactly what I thought. But when I look at what you two do, like, I'm like, oh, shit, yeah. Like, I didn't realise you have to be doing all this stuff.
Yeah.
But you
Yeah.
do.
I don't know.
Thank you for that.
No, I guess I'm just reflecting because it's like it is a, it started in this room with us three basically, and we're not at a point where fucking hell we're millionaires and we've got all the viewers in the world, but we're getting to a point where we're consistent enough and we've got a system down, and I wanted to see your opinion on it, Jean-Marc and Daniel. But yeah, I agree. I think I didn't expect it to be this. I thought it'd be a little bit simpler, but I love every bit of the difficulty and working around it. And
weirdly self-reflective episode, this, isn't it?
it is, isn't
Talked
it?
about ourselves the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're great, aren't we?
I think it's nice to
wonderful.
do. It's good to do that.
No, it is.
Yeah.
No, talk about yourselves.
I mean, let's go one step further then. Have you got one thing that you're grateful for right now that's outside of this podcast? One thing, first thing that comes to mind. What are you grateful for? And
Well,
it can be something, but it can be something generic, whatever.
Well, I'd be in trouble if I didn't just say my fiance.
Your fiance, well played.
Easy.
Well played, look at that. Misha's a happy woman right now.
I like that.
Yeah, it's
I'm
nice.
assuming yours is probably going to be the same answer, right? Patron saint of do-gooding.
Oh yeah, sorry, absolutely. So it's
Yeah.
yeah.
Do you know what the truth is? Look, I can think of funny things to say, but like, the only answer to that is like, if you've got any substance, it's like, that health of your family and all that good stuff. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's the actual truth. Like, that's what you're most
Three
grateful for.
Tiny Tim answers there, wasn't it?
Basically, that's
it
shite.
was
Do you know what I mean?
like, yeah.
But like,
Family in that.
yeah. No, I
I
do quite
think
like
to-
this tracksuit though. So I'm pretty grateful for that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Good.
I mean, you get them people who write gratitude things every morning, don't you? And
Yeah.
like, I guess you would get good at it then.
What gratitude?
Like there's some people that I've seen on social media that like wake up and
Get them like affirmation book things.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have to like wake up on a morning, write
But, like, I have a problem with this, right? Because, okay, you wake up Monday morning, right? You write the 5 things that you're grateful for. Great, job's good. I'm grateful for my family, I'm grateful for my fiance, da-da-da-da. Great, okay. Tuesday comes, you wake up. Has your gratitude changed, or are you just writing the same shit every day? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, my book's going to look pretty boring. It's just page after page after page of the same 5.
I'm grateful for the 12-kilogram dumbbell in the gym.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I think you'd end up finding, mate, that you're grateful for a lot more than you think. I think if you did it enough, you'd have to like. I'm grateful for these chairs that we sit on every week. They're nice chairs.
Yeah.
Like you would find little things like these. I mean, for anybody who doesn't know,
Is it supposed to be the kind of thing where you like look back at it? Like, say if you did that for a year and then you look back at the start of the year and you see what you're grateful for then compared to now?
I
'Cause,
think
like,
that's what they do. I think it's like a year-long journal. Yeah.
God.
You have to do that for a year.
Oh, I don't think I want to
It's
think
meant to
about
be.
that
It's
stuff.
meant to be really healthy to write these things down, though. It's meant to be like really good for your brain. I was considering doing it.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
No, I'm
Well,
not
I'll
doing
let you know how I get. I'll let you know how I get on.
You go
see-
for it, mate.
See what happens.
What, so you're actually going to do it, Southpaw?
I don't know. I haven't decided, but I can imagine, right, the benefits of doing it because one, you're writing down things that you're grateful for, and then I think you have to.
Is that how it works?
No, you have to write down other things as well, like that.
Oh, I'm grateful I have a car.
I think
Write
you
that
get,
down.
I think you
What
get,
changes in your life?
yeah, but I think
No.
Nothing.
no, but you've got to remind yourself of that.
I won't forget. Like, I know I'm grateful for, like, my mum today.
Yeah.
I'm not going to forget that by tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm going to wake up and think, oh, yep, same, still grateful, yeah. Yeah, still grateful, yeah.
Yeah,
I suppose that like maybe that's just the idea that you've even took your mind to that place because you maybe just don't think about being grateful about anything. You just go through your life.
Yeah.
So
Well,
well, that, but like, what does that change?
do you know what, right? I can see a world, right? Okay. You know them people who go through life and they're miserable bastards. We work with one of them. They're just miserable. Everything's just Debbie Downer. Nothing's positive. Just, like just everyone, shit, man, it's shit. You know when people, how you doing, mate? Oh, yeah, no, shit in it. That Darlow answer, shit in it. Like, what do you mean, shit in it? No, it's not fucking shit. You're fucking alive. It's fucking brilliant. I think for those people who have no gratitude already, who aren't just like, I'll wake up every morning and I'm just like, oh, I'm not in prison. Like, that's my life. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's what life's like for me.
Fuck's
Literally every day. Like, oh my God, I'm free. Like, oh my God, I don't have cancer. Like, that. I live in that world all the time. So as far as gratitude goes, like, I'm fucking totally, like, my mind is blown all the time that everything's okay.
Yeah.
Like, family isn't dead, still have my house, I earned money today. Shh, don't tell anybody. Like that. Like I don't want the universe to look in case it goes, oh, you've got too much. You know, I need to stop some of that. So I'm totally gratitude all the time. So it won't work for me. But for someone like you say who is
There's
very
plenty of people who wake up in the morning like, oh, for fuck's sake,
miserable,
I woke up again.
miserable. I can see how it can work for them.
Yeah.
Like the person I'm thinking about in my head. Yeah, if he woke up because he is just a black cloud. If he woke up every day and write down like those sorts of things, I'm grateful that I've got a job. I'm grateful that I get paid. I'm grateful that I'm currently in good health.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see how that could work for him because it could make him change his sort of outlook on things. I agree.
Yeah.
It could work.
That person, if it's the same person I think it is, he'd never do that.
He'd never do that. No.
do that.
No,
No,
he
but
wouldn't
like,
dare.
you know,
He wouldn't buy the book, mate. Do you know what I mean? He's not spending no £2 on no book.
you know what the worst thing is though, like, and I know it's speaking something that we all know.
It's true.
Put him in Gaza now for a week. He'd be fucking grateful to come back to the UK. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just speaking facts, and I know we all know it, but put him in the worst situation. Like, even what Nicola Patterson said about going to Bali, them people there have absolutely fuck all, and they're very grateful to be alive. You know what I mean? If that person travelled and saw a little bit of the other side of the world, he would wake up a different man.
Maybe.
I don't know. I mean, another thing that I don't do any of this yet, but obviously me and my partner Zoe, long distance, she's in Sheffield, I'm here. Not long distance, but like I see her on weekends.
You grateful for that, yeah?
What we do, like I'll have a call with her probably on like a night, and what we'll do is we'll say, what's your high, low, buffalo? So what's your high point of the day? What's your low point of the day? And what you're looking forward to tomorrow? So that's probably the closest thing I do currently to reflection, because that way you get to experience. And you're also speaking about it. So you'll speak about your best point, your lowest point. And then
Do you do this on every phone call?
Not everyone, but if I remember, like...
Really?
They'll speak about... Because it is like, I know it sounds soppy as fuck, but it is actually a good way to reflect on your day. And I do enjoy doing it because you do remember the best part of your day. And you do remember what was good about your day. And then you're grateful for that. And then you think, oh, that was shit and that was difficult, that part as well. And then actually, I can't wait to do that tomorrow.
How wholesome.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think I bump into like the fullness of it. Like if you like tie yourself into like make sure that I do this every day. I think that's where it doesn't sit right with us. Like I feel like if I'm going to express my gratitude or something like that and it comes out naturally, I think that feels a lot more. I don't know. It sits with us better.
Yeah.
Whereas if I'm like trying to force myself out of it, I'm like, oh, you like
bit fake,
self-endured little bastard. Like just
It's right, like.
Yeah.
It's right.
Yeah.
Yours just seem a bit forcey, Southpaw.
It's a fuck forcey.
It does seem a little bit.
I'm
Literally
saying,
like
making a point of like if like me and Misha made a point of asking ourselves that every day, asking each other that every day, I'd be like, oh, this again. Like,
Yeah.
it's not like it's not something you remember though. Like it's not something like, oh, I have to ask her this. Like I don't think the last week we've asked each other that, but we were doing it for a little bit, and it's like when you do it and you remember to do it, it's actually good. So I don't feel like that's falsy. I think for me and her to sort of keep in check with what's good and what's going bad in your world, I think it's a pretty healthy way to go about things.
I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
But
I guess so.
listen, there's no right or wrong in relationships. You can do as you do. You don't have to even speak to a mate if you don't want to. But but that's everyone's different, isn't it? You know what I mean? That's our little thing that we do to sort of be grateful for. You know what I mean?
Well, it sounds really wholesome.
It does.
You know?
It's cute.
It's different.
It is. So, like, I've been thinking, right? You know, Christmas is coming.
Christmas is coming.
When's this one going out, Southpaw? Before Christmas.
Be like a couple of weeks before, I think. isn't it?
Yeah, this might be no, this won't be the Christmas special. We're going to do a Christmas special, and look out for that, by the way, guys.
Yeah.
But this may be after Christmas, I think. Who knows? We'll see.
Oh, well, this point needs to be passed over then. So if I won't make... So if this is going out after Christmas, I'm not going to talk about it.
Oh, no, we'll make sure it goes out before then. Go on.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, like, you know Christmas? Is that... I've been thinking, right? Some religions don't have Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
Like, wouldn't it be... Like, I've been thinking, is it wrong to switch religions? Like, for 1 month of the year?
Just to have Christmas.
No, just to not have Christmas.
Oh.
Yeah. Because it's expensive. Like...
Yeah.
Can you just turn around and just say, oh, I'm a Muslim now? Or something like that. And then like, you don't have to buy nobody presents. Is that how it works?
I don't think you even need to switch religion though, doesn't it? Can you just turn around and just be like, oh, I'm not doing the whole gift thing this year?
I mean, it sounds good, doesn't it? Saying it, but like,
No, you want a way to justify you're not going to spend a fortune on people, basically.
yeah.
But is this because for years you've spent a lot of money on people?
Well, yeah. Christmas is a bit. It's my own doing, of course.
Yeah.
But Christmas just seems to be it's a big stressful time for me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I hate it. And obviously we're here now. You know, this is going out before Christmas, and I've just been thinking, like, you know, how would people like? Can I do that? Can I just be a different religion for a month?
I think Johnny's approach is a lot more rational.
I'd like to put it in my situation, like at this point in the year, I'm going through probably the most expensive time of my fucking life.
Oh, yeah.
Like it's horrible what I'm going through at the moment. I've
bet.
had a lot of bad luck. But so I've like turned around to people and been like, look, like I know we normally do Christmas this year. I'm probably going to just focus on the kids this year. You know, I've got nieces, nephews. It's their thing, not so much the adults.
Yeah.
You know, people have respected that because times are mad. So yeah, I've approached it that way. I haven't been like, I'm a Buddhist, guys.
I think Buddhists believe in
That's
Christmas.
a much better way to do it, man.
I mean, I've said this for like a couple of years. The whole like, oh, I'm not doing Christmas this year, but it's all right saying it to myself. Like, I mean, us now, like, easy, yeah, I'm not going to do it. But when it comes to it, like, I can't do it. I end up still doing it. So
Yeah.
I feel like I need a reason that like I need a buffer. I need something there where like it's not my fault. Do you know what I mean? Like
It's the
out of my hands.
thing, like me and Misha said to each other, oh, we're not going to do Christmas for each other this year. Like we might limit ourselves, like have a small budget.
Yeah.
And then every day when I've been coming home from work, Misha's been like, you sticking to your budget? I'm like, oh mate, yes I am. Are you? And it's like, well, we could stretch it a little bit further. I'm like, all right.
That's what happens.
That's
It creeps,
what happens. It just snowballs. and
creeps
then,
in,
yeah.
creeps in. Before you know it, you're back to normal.
Yeah.
Last year was it? Because last year I was doing the whole mortgage thing, and like it was just you had to live in this like you know what it's like.
Yeah.
Doing the bank statements for the mortgage, it's insane. You have to live like or certainly make it look like you live like a monk.
Yeah.
You're doing all kinds of things all over the place, but your bank account has to be slick.
Squeaky clean.
And yeah, I literally was like, look, and I actually, this time last year, I could not see how I could do it. I was literally saying, listen, I'm not going to be able to do Christmas. It's just, but as you say, started off this, then crept in, the next thing, before you know it, it's
Yeah.
same as every year.
Yeah.
You know?
You see, I thought your question was going to be like the other way. Like, say you're like, you a religion that doesn't celebrate Christmas.
Right.
Who doesn't celebrate Christmas? The Muslims don't, I guess, do they?
I don't think so.
No. But then, like, would they like be like missing out on all of the like the festivities of it,
Yeah.
and be like, let's be Christian for a month, do
I
it, and then
guess.
dip back.
I guess. I guess.
I'm just trying to think of a way that you could dodge it.
Yeah, be a Muslim.
Well, especially if you lived in this country as well, you're going to mix in with schools where a lot of people are going to be celebrating Christmas, and there's going to be Santa posters everywhere.
Yeah.
And the fucking Coca-Cola truck going past and stuff. You
Yeah.
cannot avoid it. So, like, I wonder whether they just like, oh, we'll just do it as well.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
I think your two options are change religion or country.
Yeah.
That's another one.
Or you just be completely frank with your family and say, listen, this has been a very tough year. House, it's, you know, the price of everything right now. Next year is going to be amazing. But I'm sorry, this year it's not Uncle Dan it's not Uncle Dan with the best presents in the world. And I think you'd be probably surprised after years and years of amazing presents and kids looking forward to your presents. I think a slightly smaller one is going to put just as much smile on their face because you're still Uncle Dan, still providing a present.
I guess so. Side story. Is that camera straight? Looks like it's pointing at an angle.
No, like it's pointing down like that.
And your way. To
I
me.
don't know. Looks all right.
Does it?
Hello. Hello.
Oh, well.
That camera is even more a little bit your side.
Really?
Yeah. So there's more room on your side than there is Johnny's.
That's proper tripping me out.
That's fine.
yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Well, look, I just wanted to put it out there. Is there a way to avoid Christmas? So my final point I want to ask is, and I'm interested about this, because I thought about it and I know mine. If you could have any drug addiction, what would you have and why?
Ooh.
So there's one that's a benefit, and I've thought about it.
Go on. You've got an answer. Go for it.
Oh, I'll do mine last.
Fuck's sake.
Okay, I'll go first.
Fine.
I'll go first.
I'll be on the spot then.
I'll go first. I'll go first.
Go on then.
What you want to be, and at first you'd be like, oh, let me explain. What you want to be is a crackhead.
Yeah. Of course.
Why do you want to be a crackhead? You know why?
No.
I heard it on a reel on social media, and it was like, that's a fucking great point. No matter what day it is, no matter what month it is, no matter what the situation, no matter if the legs fell off, when a crackhead gets up, he gets crack, right? Nothing stops him. He gets crack regardless of what the fuck ever is going on. Crackhead gets that crack.
Yeah.
And I think if you're a crackhead, like that hustle and that resilience, like that ability to succeed no matter what, I think that's a great trait. So like, I've been thinking I'd love to be a crackhead, but just without the crack. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Without the expensive
yeah, imagine you had
crack all the
that
time.
crackhead, you had the crackhead mentality, but it was just about, I don't know, like doing the gym or doing well at work or like doing well in the relationship.
Yeah.
Like you need to hustle like a crackhead.
I guess so. I mean, yeah, talk to Frank, kids. Like, don't do crack. It's not an advertisement
no,
for it because there's a lot of negatives that come with it as well.
Yeah, it's got some
But
downsides.
if someone was like, yeah, I pick one, you don't get addicted to it. But I would say pothead, surely, because you'd just be like, you just chilled out all the fucking time, right?
Like Rastafari.
Like, just yeah, exactly. Like, you never meet a pothead who's like particularly like stressed out all the time, do you?
I was. I was fucking psychopath.
Yeah, I'd probably say potted as well because my cousin's not long got back from Australia and he was telling me there's a place called Bondi Beach and he said he went there. Oh no, is it? Yeah, I think it's called Bondi Beach.
Bondi Beach.
And he said he went there. Oh no, it was Ben. It wasn't even my cousin. Ben got back and he was saying everyone there was just dead high, just didn't care and was walking around barefoot. And I just thought that way of life would probably be quite chilled. You probably wouldn't be that stressed.
I mean, it sounds good. Like I think that's the romanticized version of a pothead or a weed head. In actual fact, you end up with like cannabis psychosis and you end up a proper lunatic and proper psycho. That's actually what happened. Not to everybody, it just depends on your brain, what type of brain you've got. But if you've got any obsession in your brain at all or any addictive trait at all, you will be addicted and you will end up a psychopath.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
that's what you will.
I
And
guess
mood swings are crazy.
Fair.
I guess the stuff here as well is probably completely different to the stuff
Maybe.
in America. There's skunk on the streets these days probably is going to make you psychotic.
Yeah.
Whereas
probably.
in like the stuff that's like grown in a botanical garden and cured and everything's perfect, probably is a lot more natural.
Yeah, I'll be honest. If I said to you, like, to the untrained eye, right, people who think about stereotypes, if I said, I've smoked weed in Holland, I've smoked weed in Jamaica, where was the best weed? Everybody's going to think, who's Jamaica?
Yeah.
No. The stuff in Jamaica was shite. It was just like grass. It was like crap growing outdoors in someone's garden. It was natural, obviously, but it was crap. It wasn't strong at all. The stuff you get in Holland, it's like genetically mutated, like to like be as strong as it possibly can, and it's crazy. It's like a class A drug, isn't it? Like the stuff in Holland, like it's just different level. So yeah, it's not always as it seems.
No, this is very true.
No, it's
this
crap.
is very true.
Absolute crap.
But yeah, potted. I'd be a potted probably.
Yeah.
I'd be in your corner, Johnny, and it may be romanticised, but I'd be Bob Marley.
I wanna
I'd
love
listen to Johnny playing his piano or whatever he plays, and it'd probably be.
If I was a pothead too, like the stuff coming out of that piano, unbelievable.
It probably would. It probably would be like quite good.
You know,
You never
that's
know.
what made the Beatles, isn't it? You know,
Yeah.
The Beatles weren't potted, were
I bet they were.
I don't think they were sober the entire time.
they? Yeah, no, that's very
It
true.
was the roaring 60s, right?
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
roaring 60s.
Pickled all the time,
You
weren't
listen to Paperback Writer and tell me they weren't on something like
Yeah,
that.
Yeah,
Come on,
very true, actually. Very true.
they? Yeah. Yeah, Weedhead sounds good, right?
It does.
Hell yeah.
I want to love you. Anyway, I think we're done, chaps. Is that right?
Yeah.
How long have we been rolling, Southpaw?
Hour and 12 as of now.
Perfect, that.
Yeah.
Anyone got anything to add?
Self-reflection episode, it was good.
Yeah,
It's
self-reflection
nice.
episode.
It's nice.
It was.
Talked about ourselves a lot.
Yeah, we did. Sorry,
We did.
guys. It was just all about us today.
Yeah, but why not, you know?
Yeah.
So why
Get
not?
to know us better.
Exactly. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching People Like Us. You must follow us. You must subscribe to us. We appreciate it. Helps with things, doesn't it, Southpaw?
It does indeed. We really appreciate it.
That has been us. Thank you for watching, and we will see you next time.